everybody's quiet. I feel like we should just interrupt it. It's too quiet.
Hello, everybody. Hi.
Live?
Yeah.
Oh,
yes, hello. Hi.
I had this sound on from YouTube. I had it turned all the way up, so I was listening to the music going, where is everybody? I can't hear anything. I had to mute it. Hi.
Hi. How are you guys all doing?
Everybody?
Doing good. Doing good.
Yeah.
How are you guys?
Actually, what have you been up to, man?
Well, I've obviously been up to something very significant because since yesterday I'm not 51 anymore. I'm 52 now. And,
Yeah. Happy
it's,
birthday, my friend.
Thank you. And it's very funny. A lot of people obviously ask you first, so how do you feel? And I said generally, like, I feel totally 52 actually. I mean, I don't feel 50 anymore. I kind of feel into the 50s, but I don't feel much over 50, so that's kind of 52. But then when I think about it, really, I feel about 37. And yeah, I'm happy with that, actually. And for the rest, general, you know what? I just love being able to take my life one day at a time. I mean, it's just like the other day when management asked, oh, Urs, next week, Thursday at 10 a.m., are you available for a call? I was like, ask me Wednesday night. I have no idea where I am. And I love this because as soon as we're out on tour again and the whole next year, I'll know for the next 500 days where I'll be at what time. So I'm enjoying this. What about you, David?
Enjoy it while you can. Me? Yeah, I feel about 24. Is that not what we're talking about? Oh, we're talking. What did we do?
About what to do in life.
You don't even surprise me, by the way.
I am the youngest one of the band. So, what have I been up to? That is a very, I don't know if I'm doing like you're doing and I'm just sort of living in the moment, but I'm having difficulty even just recalling what I did last week. All of the days seem to be flowing together at this point. Been cooking quite a bit, enjoying learning new recipes. I have, the thing that I've been working on lately is sushi. Getting my sushi vinegar and getting the sushi rice to a very good flavor, and then also learning how to make spicy tuna over crispy rice. That's always been fun to have those disasters and try and figure that out. But it's getting better. Yeah, spending some time outside, enjoying the weather. It's obviously with these fires from Canada, the air quality over here is not so great. But it's also been raining a lot, so got a lot of indoor days, and so it kind of washes away the poor air quality. And so you get like one good day of sun, and you spend it outside and enjoy being outside. I want to do lawn work, but everything is entirely too soaked from all the rain. So yeah, I'm just taking it one day at a time, just enjoying time off. Sebastian, what have you been up to?
Lots of nice things. I decided to take a bit of a vacation, which I rarely do because I've been so busy here with the house remodeling, etc. So and then the record, etc. So I have taken some time up where I've been to Sardinia in the north, sailing, and I went up to Corsica in the south, which is beautiful, guys, amazing. Like they kept it really wild. Corsica is an island that's part of France, but they feel very independent. The food is amazing. The the sightseeing is mind blowing. And then I took a trip to Greece in Mykonos. I had never been. Everybody always told me, and I feel like we have been to Greece once, right? To do like a private event for MasterCard or something. Have we not? I feel like we did just no.
No, we've never been to Greece with Il Divo, actually. We had a couple of shows planned, they all fell through. I think COVID.
Oh, what a shame, guys! It's so beautiful. It's honestly stunning. The food in Greece is so simple, but yet so delicious. And same thing, like so many beautiful spots that they kept really wild. So being able to connect with nature. Then I went to listen to a couple of DJs. I met Bedouin, a really cool DJ, like another French guy who's very talented. And just being able to do some fun stuff, get in the water. And that's been right.
Now, when you say keeping it wild, and then you start talking about DJs, what does that mean to you?
There's two sorts of them. There's there's one sort of wild, which is nature kept wild. Like there's no new building, or they keep it very organic and natural. And Greece has actually all those white buildings that are really beautiful, and you walk and you find this beautiful church all of a sudden, Orthodox church and churches, and I like that a lot. And there's also the wildness, partying part of Greece that's super interesting as well. If you like music and EDM stuff, it's interesting.
And how old do you feel when you're wild? How old do you feel?
Hey, it depends on the hour. I would say when I'm on the boat, I feel 50. And when I'm in Greece and if I go out partying, I would feel like in my 30s, but it's really nice. I've learned to come back to playfulness, like having a bit of fun, because this is our business. We're so grown up all the time. It's so really important to learn to play again. For me, it was really, really good to enjoy a bit of music time. And the old town.
Talking about 30s, shall we see if Steven's around?
I
think he's in Mexico. Yeah.
I think we should bring in our very special guest.
Can you check in?
Mr. Steven Labrie.
Hello.
Hey,
it's me. I'm here. Wow, what a coincidence. It's crazy seeing you guys here. Yes. Like Ur said, I am in Mexico. Estoy en mi querido México. Hola a todos mis amigos. Ahorita me siento muy mexicano porque acabo de cantar el himno nacional mexicano en una graduación hace unos días y estoy visitando a mi familia y anoche cené con mi familia. Fue muy, muy divertido. And so I just sang the national anthem at a graduation the other day, and there's a lot of verses, and I didn't know I was going to sing all the verses until the day before. So I was like, oh no, I have to say all these words, and they're all crazy, like not really words you say every single day. So sang the national anthem. I just ate with my family tonight. It was super fun, and I've made a new best friend, and I really, really want to introduce you all to my new best friend. He's a little shy, he's a little sleepy right now, but this is him right here. He's really, really cute.
Oh,
So
what's his
I've also been
name?
entrusted with. His name is Zapalito.
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 Sabalito. It's Sabalito.
Sabalito. I was going to say, does that mean little shoe? Zapalito.
Because of these little. I don't know if it means something. It's a popsicle brand. I always forget it though for some reason. It's hard to memorize. But Tabarito, he's so cute. He just wants to be held all day long. He sleeps with me. He sleeps like
Oh,
right on my neck all night long. So
Just like you,
we go to
baby.
sleep, and he's like this. And he's purring right now. He loves being just like thrown around. So that's what we do.
that is
Anyway,
just the cutest.
so what was that?
Are you
That
gonna
is
bring
just
him
the
home?
cutest thing ever.
Oh yes, he is. I would kill to bring him on. Can we bring him on tour? Can we please bring him on tour, guys? I think we need mascot.
Oh my
What do you say? Boris, will you take care of him when I'm busy?
no.
There we go.
No,
That's
no.
Hey, let's
I've
bring a cat on
done
tour.
a whole
Hey, can you
world
guys
tour
take care?
having my newborn daughter on.
Oh, well, this is
I'm not gonna take
kind of my
that.
newborn. This is my newborn son, and I feel I feel responsible for him now. Fatherhood is not easy, let me tell you.
Yeah, tell me.
Oh,
And yeah, speaking of happy birthday, you don't look a day over 51. So let's just put that up.
Yeah, that's very
So-
funny because I'm actually exactly a day over 50.
Thank you. I'll be here all week. It's the best joke I've ever
Yeah,
made.
wonderful. So, folks, we kind of every time we talk to you guys or do something live, we always tell we got a lot of surprises and we're doing a lot of things, but we can't really tell you. And today is kind of the same. Only we can now really say that we are very, very intensively and actively working on new music that we're going to record, which is going to be released this year and beginning of next year. And I mean, we're really very intensely in this process now. We are having like conference calls between the four of us or three of us, or with management and with the producer, like 2-3 times a week. And we discuss repertoire, we discuss arrangements, and we're going to go into the studio very, very soon. So you guys are in for a big, because we're really putting a lot of work, effort, and heart and soul into what we're working on to present something very, very beautiful when we come out with our new music this year and beginning of next year. So you guys stay tuned, keep following our newsletters, our social medias, our website, and you get all the updates as soon as something out there. Okay, keep checking in.
And for those of you who have already seen the A New Day tour, you will have seen some of our rearrangements of our tunes from our first album that was kind of an experimentation to try and see where our music might take us, what different directions we might go in. And it was a fun exploration. And because of your responses to these songs, we definitely listened. We took it all on board, and we are, it's going to be an Il Divo album for sure. But there's going to be a lot of variation, a lot of new and interesting material, new and interesting ways in which we present these songs. So yeah, as Urs said, lots to share with you in the coming years. Now, for those of you who may have seen earlier in the chat, who are actively participating in the YouTube chat, we are going to answer a few questions. So please keep those questions coming, and we will get to them shortly. But first, Sebastian, do you have some news for us?
well, not for you, but for our audience for sure, because you already knew. Chic about it. So we're going to be down under, guys, in Australia, and it's been way too long since we've been there, and that's super excited to me, obviously, because Australia's always has had a dear place into my heart. So if you want to check out where we're going to be in Australia, we're going to be sharing all the dates, if it's not already done, on ildivo.com, where you can purchase tickets, but also you'll find some meet and greet option there where we get to meet you guys, have a little picture together. And it's always nice to have some one-on-one time, even though it's always quite short, but it's worth it. And please come with your friends, family, and share our music. We're so excited to be coming with our special guest, Steven. See you there, guys.
And please, go to ildivo.com. Check out these dates. We are actually launching the web. We're relaunching, and we're creating a new website environment. So come check it out. See what we have on display for you. But suffice it to say, here are some of the dates that you can find in Australia. On October 31st, Tuesday, October 31st, in Sydney at the Aware Super Theatre. Thursday, November 2nd in Brisbane Convention and Exhibition Centre. Saturday, November 4th in Melbourne, the Plenary Theatre. I think it's Plenary Theatre. Monday, November 6th in Adelaide Entertainment Centre. And there will be more dates added to this tour. It's not just contained to Australia. So please keep checking ildivo.com to see if we're coming to a city near you.
Yeah, we haven't actually toured in Australia since 2018. So that's 5 years ago. That's a long time. So we're very, very excited about it and can't wait to see how our fans in Australia will receive us now on this tour.
Well, I've actually never been to Australia, so I'm going to be counting on all of you guys to tell me your favorite things. So wait a minute. So David, you're taking me out on day one. What is your favorite thing in Australia?
Okay, favorite thing in Australia. There is so much going on in Australia. I think I have a real fondness for Sydney. Sydney was the first Australian city I went to, and I was there before joining Il Divo. I was there over the millennium singing Pearl Fishers at the Opera House there. And I got to spend 3 months there. And it was really, that's unusual for opera to spend that much time, aside from like the Met, to have, 17 performances across 3 months. And I just really got to know the city, got to know the beaches, got to know the people. It was such a great time. I love Sydney. Well, I'll show you around Sydney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Can't wait.
Do that, but yeah, there's so many beautiful places. I mean, people are just so down to earth and relaxed, and food's great. I remember years and years ago, guys, when we went to Bondi Beach, trying to get a picture, and we all took a surfboard. Do you remember that one?
I thought that was Manly Beach.
Manly Beach.
No.
Wow. That sounds right.
It was Bondi Beach.
Pretty sure it was Manly because we took the ferry over, remember?
Try to surf together, and that was a fun experience,
Stephen has just gone crazy about taking a ferry to Manly Beach. So, Urs, let's talk about your favorite places in Australia.
Did you guys feel like you're in your 30s? I would love to see you surfing. We're going to have to take some pictures of that at Manly Beach, of all places.
Jesus Christ.
Let's do it.
Okay, sorry, Urs, I interrupted.
No, I mean, I do love Sydney because Sydney is a very, very special city all over the world, with the Opera House and the city, how it is, and the sun and the Harbour Bridge and the beaches and the zoo and everything. It's got so much. Sydney is fantastic. But something I have done, I think, every single time that I've been to Australia, I have driven the Great Ocean Road all the way from Melbourne to the 12 Apostles and back. Because I love the highway. And this is just such a wonderful scenic route. And Australia is not a place where you go to, every other month. So I've always enjoyed that. And maybe I'll do it again if I have time this. What about Sebastian?
Cool.
Well, you mentioned so many places that I love. I've done that drive too. It's stunning. There's so many places. It's really hard to tell which ones are my favorite. There's a place that we're going to be in Brisbane, so if we have time, we should check it out as well. It's Byron Bay. Byron Bay is a bit up north from Queensland and is a stunning, beautiful place with the most gorgeous beach in the world, I think. And for those who like to surf a little bit, quite fun. Very laid back. It's like the Topanga of California, I find. Very relaxed, very laid back. Cool. Like amazing food. And the same thing, I spent quite a lot of time in Sydney when I was working on this song for a charity. And I got to really embrace Sydney and the area. I like Double Bay very much in Sydney. It's beautiful. It's really hard to pick, guys. Australia has it all, really. It's a gorgeous place. Very far from the rest of where we are going in general. Yeah, it's the most exciting news for us to go back there. It's been so long, way too long. I think we're gonna be taking a bit of questions. I wanted to bring something up, guys, quickly to all of you, because I will make a video of this. I'm really bothered by how many people are getting hassled by fake accounts. People are extremely clever and good at making fake accounts, and family partners are receiving how they've been scammed by sending money to Sebastian or Urs or David. You know, I don't know if Stephen, you're getting this, but in general,
I get them all the time. Yeah.
You get that a lot, right? So please do not believe anything you read. Try to be really mindful of what you read, what you believe. We all have one account. I think Urs is not on social media yet.
Yeah. Just please, people, I do not have any social media. So whoever's out there and says, whose birthday is it? Mine. So congratulate me, old ladies. It's not me. So just forget it.
Also,
it's not me. If
just
anybody out there pretends it's Urs Bühl and talks to you, it's not me. Forget it. Sorry.
Just another side note. There's a lot of accounts, people commenting and they say things like, I'm Steven's social media manager, and if you want to speak to him directly, please email me or please text me. And I don't have a social media manager. I have to do it all on my own. So don't text these people.
But I just want to be really clear, guys. We're not selling tickets personally for Il Divo. It's on ildivo.com or all the other platforms. We don't do personal sales on our tickets. I don't have another child with another woman. Never happened. Don't know what the heck I'm reading sometimes. I would be very much aware of what I'm doing personally. And I don't have other accounts. Urs is not on social media. David's got only one account. Stephen has only one account. I have only one account. They have a blue tick. I know that on Instagram you can apparently now buy blue ticks. I don't know how we're going to handle all of this, guys, but what I'm saying is when it says this is my only account, it is my only account. And I believe it's the same thing I'm certain it's the same thing for Stephen and David. So please be really mindful. Do not wire money. Do not wire money to anyone. We can't express that enough. It's bothering me. I read comments sometimes where people pretend they're me. They get scammed. They send $10,000s. Stop it. Stop it. Now.
Cuídense con los perfiles falsos. Cuídense.
Yep, please, can you say that in Spanish? Steven.
Cuídense con los perfiles falsos.
Huh? ¿Qué dices?
I did it.
Is that... You just summed the whole thing up in one sentence. Good job. Well, concise. All right. So with all of that said, now we're going to turn our attention to some questions from the fans, from the chat. Let's see what we got here. We have a couple here in the question for David and Sebastian, Urs and Stephen. What skills have you learned that help you with your singing career? Stephen, you first.
Wow, me first. Wow, it's happening so fast. Well, what skills have I learned? I think there's some information online about this. Well, during the pandemic, I learned to code, and so which apparently is no longer going to be a real career because now AI can do it. So I was learning software engineering, and the reason why I did that was because I didn't know if singing opera was going to come back or what was going to happen in the future. But basically, that skill taught me that I could just do anything. It just because I didn't know I could do anything so technical that it removed all of the fear that I had with anything. So now I'm just so welcome to take risks and try out new things without fear of failure because it's all about failure. That's how you learn, So that's the biggest skill that I learned.
That's amazing. I love that story.
Yeah, cool.
Urs, what have you learned that has helped you with singing?
Yeah, I don't know. It's such a broad question. I would say, I can mention this, for example, stepping from being a classical singer to singing in Il Divo for the last 20 years, I have definitely learned that your voice and your body can handle much, much more than you learn when you study at a classical conservatory. Because I remember so well being a student and then having a recital on a Saturday evening and not talking for 3 days before that, and then not singing for a week after, because the voice had to rest to such a strain. It's just, when you look at our tour schedules, that's just all laughable. But you just make it through, because I remember our very first musical director, Gary Wallace, telling that. He said, you guys go out there and it's going to be hard, but then you get road tough. Because it's like sports, and you just train all your muscles and everything, and you get to endure all that, and you become much stronger. And kind of like Steven said, all his fears of I lost all the fears, like, oh my God, I need, without 8 hours sleep, I can't sing tonight, and blah, 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 and I can't be on a plane the same day. And it's all, a lot of it is, voice can handle much more than you actually think.
Very good.
What about you, David?
Me?
Sorry.
No. Sebas, tell us about your singing experience, being the self-taught one.
My singing experience, you mean as of now or just in general?
What have you learned in life, or that maybe is not directly about singing, that has assisted you or been helpful and supportive for you to be a singer?
That's a very complex question somehow.
And while you're thinking about that, I will tell my story.
I'm going to give you a straight answer. The thing is, as much as we were talking about it, I don't know if we were online or offline earlier, the three of us talking about that, was is being in the moment. Because the voice will have some tiredness, or will be powerful on that day, and then it's using my instrument in the best of my ability, meaning I have to take care of my body, my soul, my spiritual life. I've got to take care of myself, and because I got to know my instrument, and accept that sometimes it won't be perfect and sometimes it will be better, because there's no such thing. So singing live to me is a very powerful reminder of being in the moment and accepting where I am in that moment. And a very wise man who's a friend of mine, Anthony Hopkins, said, fuck it, do it anyways. Like, really just don't think, just do it. And I think that's very helpful to remind myself that sometimes I put too much pressure on the idea that it has to be a certain way. And it is what it is on that time. I'm doing the best that I can. And sometimes we travel, or sometimes I don't sleep well in hotel rooms. I struggle in sleeping well in hotel rooms. And that's really all I can do, is to show up and give my best.
Nice. Excellent. I think the thing for me, in terms of my voice, is that it is, the voice is not an isolated event for me. It's an extension of my kind of emotional state as it relates to music in general. And I think that music in general has has a vibrational quality, has an organizational quality, has a harmonic quality, has a cooperative quality, that if I try and isolate any one thing and say, oh, my voice is doing this and this and that, and I kind of isolate my focus into my voice, then kind of the rest of my systems become floating in space in a way. And I have to remember that, whether it's playing piano or writing down music or listening to music, even, listening to music that I enjoy, practicing trombone or learning the cello, or I know these all kind of relate to instruments and whatnot, but music just has a profound effect on creating your emotional calibration. And when your emotional calibration, for me, the emotional calibration has to be there. Otherwise, this doesn't function at all. I can have all the technique in the world, but if I'm not in a happy place, my technique doesn't even serve me. So I use music at every given turn. I'm very careful to curate my playlists. I'm always will sit down to any instrument that I know anything about, if nothing else is going on, and just pick it up and just kind of create a harmonic or a vibration, or these kind of things of just feeling like I'm in direct creation with music. This is what inspires me, and when I stay inspired, then my voice works. So there we go.
Well, we will try to keep you inspired. That's my goal for October.
Keep me inspired, guys, because well, that question ended up being really deep and intellectual. We've eaten up a lot of time. Thank you very much for that question.
Let's move on.
Yeah, I thought actually, guys, I think we should wrap this up. We're supposed to do about 15 minutes. We're way over already. But before we go, I'd like to mention again, we're going to go on tour again now. From October on, we'll be touring pretty much non-stop till the end of the year. We got shows on sales already in Australia, Asia, and the US, and in Europe, I think. And more shows will be periodically added to our schedule. So over the coming weeks and months, please keep on checking our social medias, ildivo.com, obviously, and as well, check our Il Divo newsletter, which will be coming out every last Wednesday of the month.
Yeah, and if you haven't signed up, you can do so on ildivo.com. Lots of things to read. I'm really bad at that. The other guys are much better at it, I must say. But I was wondering, Stephen, have you signed up for the newsletter, by the way?
I actually think I was the first person to sign up because I really wanted to know what you guys were up to, and so did Sabali.
You're such a fan.
We're both signed up. Yeah. Well, what can I say?
Well done.
I'm going to do a newsletter too, so you guys can sign up for mine.
Yeah. And so, the newsletter will be, the communication from us that will contain all the latest updates. We try and keep you updated here, but we end up spiraling out of control into conversation. So you'll get it in the newsletter. Check out ildivo.com as well. You'll find all the latest dates there, and check out the new website as well.
But before we say goodbye, I feel most importantly, we should sing a little happy birthday to Ward. Shall we try that, guys?
I would love that. That would be very special.
Oh.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. This is a mess. Birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. That was beautiful. Wow.
You just made my day, guys.
We're terribly sorry.
Thank you so much. You're wonderful. Next year, I hope I'll be on tour again. We don't have to do this from 4 different places.
And a big thank you to Phil, who's been on the scene making this possible, guys. I don't know how he does it. It seems like such a head.
Our producer, Phil Marfleet, who's also our tour manager.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks very much, Phil. It was fabulous.
Thank you, Hattie Mang, for your question, and see you all next time.
Okay.
See you guys later.
Thanks very much
Bye.
for watching. See you
Bye.
soon. Everybody take care. Bye.